Gary from Leevs. I'm going to show you how to make a traditional moss hanging basket. This is one of our customers' hanging baskets. It's a sort of quite a large one. What I'd advise you to do before you start is get the chains out of the way, so that can be quite fiddly. There you go. So right, start with your moss. There's nothing too complicated about it, just have a nice thick layer of moss. One thing I will say is if your moss is dry, you need to leave it in some water. This is quite damp, so this is okay to use straight away. And then just fill your basket with your moss, like so. There we go. I mean, what's that took? 30 seconds, so you don't really need to take too much fuss about. Just get plenty of moss in, covers all the sides. Now some people use water retaining gel, which you can use in your compost, but to help aid in retaining some of the moisture, I've just cut a bit of an old compost bag out just to put in the bottom there, so it'll keep a bit of water in and a bit of moisture, because one thing you don't want to do is let your hanging basket dry out. And then we just fill with a multi-purpose compost. I'm just using Erin multi-purpose compost. Just use a good quality multi-purpose compost. And then what we do is add a bit of feed to that. This is a slow release all-purpose feed from Miracle Grow. Put a good glug of that in, and that will keep the plants fed for a good while. But you can also feed as well during the season. Now a lot of people will layer a hanging basket up. We have to make a lot of baskets, and I find this way just as easy. So what we do is take our lobelia that you put in the sides, and after you've already put your compost in and your moss in, I just puncture a hole, make sure it's planted firmly in, and that's a bit of lobelia. So there we go, that's all our trailing lobelia in the basket. Easy peasy. For the top of the basket, as it's quite a big basket, I've got 5 trailing plants. We want something for the middle, which we've got a geranium. There we go. And 5 trailing plants, a bit of bacopa. Fuchsia, begonia, and a nice hot pink trailing saphinia. Just for a bit of foliage, some nice Lysomachia. Now you'll see there's a few gaps on top. If you're making one at home, that would be quite fine just to leave, and you know, it's going to fill out quite nicely just with what it's got in. But being as we're doing these up for customers and they might be in fairly soon, we're going to fill out the top with some bedding and a bit more lobelia. And there we go, job done. What I will say, caring for your basket, the most important thing, you can give them some feed, but is not to let them dry out. If you do let them dry out, and when you water your basket, just all the water seems to be running out because it's so dry, you need to take it off its bracket and drop it in a bucket or shallow bit of water for an evening, so it'll soak up all the water, and then you can continue to water properly. But that's the most important thing, really. Keep on watering your basket and it'll be lovely.